If you are a golfer, you never really have to have an excuse to hit the links, but we're going to give you one this morning anyway, because the Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union is once again gearing up this year for their 28th annual Golf Classic. It's coming up October 14th, and the proceeds all go to help area schools in 17 counties. Tiffany Wolf is with the credit union. Karen Glenn is with Chattanooga Stars, and they both join us this morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
First of all, let's drop some numbers. 28 years for this Golf Classic? That's a no small thing.
Oh yeah, 28 years of making an amazing difference, and last year we raised more than we ever have, so we're hoping to do that again this year.
That bar is going up and up and up. So 17 counties, I mean, that also speaks to the credit union's growth, Tiffany. Y'all are pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So our proceeds for this Golf Classic help a lot of people in Hamilton County, but also through JA, a lot of other counties within our 17 counties.
It's always a struggle, and I bet Karen will nod her head when I say this. When I say TVFCU, we all say that. I always want to make the C be community. Do you do that?
I do because I see that the Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union is everywhere. You know, I see them all the time, and you know, so many initiatives that they're involved in, and so we're just so very grateful that we're one of the beneficiaries of their community involvement.
Well, they love to talk about you, because I had asked Tiffany ahead of time. There are still some spaces open to get your team signed up for the Golf Classic on October 14th, but it is very popular, so there aren't many. We'll talk about some ways you can get involved, but Tiffany said, I really want the focus to be on what Karen does at STARS. So remind people of what you do.
STARS stands for Students Taking the Right Stand, and our primary focus is to create a healthy learning environment in our school district. You know, we have a program, it's called Move to Stand. It's very popular. We target our middle school grades, and the whole purpose of that is to build empathy within our school community. Because, you know, when you think about empathy, empathy is something that people can define, but they may not experience it. And so this is a training that helps them to understand what their classmates may be going through, so that they can have a greater level of empathy and support for one another.
School communities shift so much. I mean, there's a real difference in the experience of today's middle schooler in middle school versus what today's senior experienced in middle school. So the fact that you're there all the time, kind of watching it, I'm guessing you kind of shift your approach with the times.
Well, we have shifted our approach in a number of years. You know, we started out, you know, it was primarily on drug and alcohol abuse, abstinence, and that type of thing. And so as we see the needs shift in our schools, we have shifted programming so that we can more effectively respond to that. And so that's how this Move to Stand training originated, just out of the need and hearing what the school administrators were saying that they felt like was a void in their school.
So are you staffed at STARS largely by volunteers, or do you have a staff of people?
We do have a staff. We do engage students, staff members from the school district as well. And then, of course, we always look for volunteers, you know, in whatever capacity that they're available.
But these funds then coming from the Golf Classic do go a long way, because you have expenditures to meet.
That is exactly right. It is. And so we're so very grateful that we're one of the beneficiaries of this Golf Classic.
So I do want to ask you this too, because there are people, and you probably see this as well. If you don't have a child in schools, you may have the wrong impression of what school looks like today. But kids are still kids, and they still want people to care about them, and they still look up to adults to be mentors and role models. Do you find that in all of the 17 counties that you serve? Like with these different schools that are going to be getting these monies from the Golf Classic, they're all looking to implement it really to help the bottom line, which is the kid.
Absolutely, yes. Even though it may be in different ways that different organizations are supporting, where ultimate goal for pretty much any organization is just to help the kids succeed, so that they can eventually be, you know, giving back to the community in the same way we are, right?
Football fields right now around town look very different than they did in May. Because all the banners have begun to go up for those home games, right? When people come to the stands, they want to see the local dentist and the local McDonald's or whatever advertising to support their team. The same is true with your golf classic. You've got sponsorships available. People can sponsor a hole.
Right, yes. So those are $500. We still have plenty of those available, and it's a fantastic way to support STARS and all of our other educational initiatives.
If people do want to volunteer with you, or are you in all Hamilton County schools, can people still reach out to see about getting
Yeah,
you
they
to
can
come?
reach out to me and determine the level of volunteerism that they may want to participate in. What we do is we have for the Move to Stand training, we target the middle school. So we have all of the middle school, all of the 7th grade students. Administrators have told us that that's the age that's, really important for them. At the elementary level, we have a Kindness Matters. We're trying to promote kindness. And so we utilize that. And so we're available to any and everybody that requests it. Now, even though the Move to Stand is targeted for the middle school, we do have some high schools that say, hey, we've got people from all different communities. We need to be a little bit more cohesive. So we'd like for you to come and do this training for our 9th graders. And then, depending on what their needs are, we respond accordingly.
I am curious about the name Move to Stand. Are you encouraging them to stand up for what they know is right?
Actually, it's move out of your comfort zone to stand with somebody that needs help. So that's
Okay.
how that Move to Stand name originated.
I love that. Oh, we all could practice that every day.
Move to Stand, absolutely.
Maybe I'll do the next interview sitting where you are. That'll get me out of my own comfort zone. I'm so glad to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your time with us this morning. So if you are wanting to gather a team, it's teams of 4. Is that right?
Yes.
But they're running out of spots. But October 14th is the date. So if you act quickly, you might be able to get them. They have 8:30 and then 1:30 tea times. It's all happening at Black Creek. The monies raised, again, are going to go to help education initiatives in all 17 counties, including Chattanooga Stars. If you go to tvfcu.com, or you can look them up and find their phone number to call, you can also learn how you can go about being a sponsor on one of those holes as well. Thank you both.
Thank you.
This is going to be fun. Rock the Ridge celebrates the natural beauty you'll find up on Walden's Ridge. It's happening in just a couple of weeks, and we'll tell you all about it next.